Part of that is passion. I mean, passionate relationships have disagreements, and we're going to have them. And you are going to argue your point.
Most of the arguments that I have these days happen within my relationship. I have a great relationship, a great marriage. I love my husband. But we have disagreements,
Yep.
Living our life together, and we are both different people, and we have different disagreements about how to do that. And I wonder how I can use these techniques for, disagreements that we have. And I think there are a lot of people out there that want to have less argumentation in their relationships and in their marriages. So
you need the disagreements. You have to have the disagreements. Let's not try to eliminate those, and let's not try to confuse anybody. You absolutely need the disagreements, because the other side of disagreements is the agreements. And what we recognized is we need to figure out what people are willing to agree to and what they're not willing to agree to, so we can figure out where we stand with another person. That's the part that most people, I want to get rid of all the disagreements in my relationship. Idiocy. You never want to get rid of that. What you want to do is figure out what you're willing to agree on and what you're not willing to agree on, so you can figure out where you stand. You got to have an agreement of how you argue. And that's one of the things most people never take into consideration, that like with a significant other, that you can actually have an agreement. Now, it doesn't always work, but like when Deborah and I first got married, we read it somewhere. You'd get all that pamphlets and stuff in the mail when you're about to get married and all that stuff. And something somewhere we read or something we saw online said, you're going to get in an argument at some point, either right after you get engaged or right after you get married. Just agree that you're going to crack up laughing at the first fight you get in, whether it's a fight about what you're going to have at the wedding or a fight on what's going to be for dinner. Just agree that we're going to crack up. And it was an interesting agreement that we made. So we agreed on how we were going to argue. And a lot of couples don't even think about doing that, like literally having a conversation. Let's have an agreement of how we argue, what's fair and what's not fair, what's below the belt, what's fair, what's allowed, what we can do. Because part of that is passion. I mean, passionate relationships have disagreements, and we're going to have them. And you are going to argue your points. So this is what we're going to do. I know that a human being able to understand agreements in others, understand the type of arguments people have and how to handle the types of arguments is huge. I got some from the book and other stuff that I've just been developing over years. We're going to do a training on this, because the arguments in your life really, really cause the majority of the issues. So the registration is going to be on the Facebook link. So am I correct? Yes. So there'll be a register down below. Get yourself registered. Tell your team, your family, your friends about this one. This is big. Like, imagine what the discussion is going to be like at lunch afterwards. Hey, I listened to Michael's call. We learned about agreements and arguments and how to disengage with things you shouldn't be involved in. And then you go to lunch afterwards. The power of that conversation is going to be absolutely incredible. So I'm excited to share the material. I'm excited to take what I've learned. Get the book if you don't have it. Really cool book to learn from. Thank you for arguing. I'm going to talk about this in Business Success GPS as well. This is huge. And with that said, I mean, all I can say is you deserve to know the material. You're going to be dealing with people your entire life. Learning how to navigate them is really what it's all about. So register for the call. Spend an hour. Learn a little bit about arguments. Learn a little bit about dealing with people. Learn a little bit about communicating better, learning how to influence the people in your life, and really learning how to influence yourself to have those tough conversations, because it's not just your significant other, it's your team and everybody you work with. So register, be there, let's have some fun, let's learn a new form of communication, deflecting, dealing with, understanding, and utilizing arguments to your advantage. That's it. If you enjoyed this video, click subscribe and even hit the notification button right now so you won't miss out on any future videos. Also, you can follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and visit my webpage for tons of valuable information. Videos, tools, techniques, and all kinds of stuff to help you take your life and your business to the next level. And always remember, the best is yet to come.